Kristen, hi.
Hi. Are you busy?
I'm just working on some charts.
Oh, I won't bother you. I was just dropping by.
No, please. Please come on in.
Okay. So how's it going?
What a day.
Exhausting, huh?
Well, after that little incident earlier, I'm still a little shaken up.
What incident?
You haven't talked with your father?
No. I've been out all day. I haven't seen him.
Maybe I ought to let him tell you about it.
Don't be silly. What happened?
Well, Mrs. Forrester came to work with the baby this morning.
Brooke?
Yes. She had a little play area set up in this office for him. But she had to go to the lab for a couple of minutes, and he was playing, so she left him, thinking he'd be okay. While she was gone, he obviously got out of this little play area, and he wandered out into the hall.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, well, I saw him out in the hall, so naturally I brought him in here. But by that time, your father's wife had already returned, and when she saw that he was missing, she panicked. And then when she found out that he was in here with me, well, she really lost it.
With whom?
With me.
What? If it wasn't for you, the baby could have really been hurt.
Anyway, it was a pretty ugly scene. She really blasted me.
I don't believe her.
Well, I don't know. I can kind of understand Kristen. She was really freaked out. I probably would have acted the same way.
Yes, but you don't go blaming the person you ought to be thanking. I swear, sometimes I don't know why Dad puts up with her. I don't know what he gets from that marriage.
Must be getting something. She sure is beautiful.
Sure, she's beautiful and in love with another man.
Wow. This is a very fancy margarita. Never had one like this before.
Yeah, well, you just drink that slowly.
It's so good. Tastes like fruit punch.
Trust me, that is not fruit punch. Hey, I had fun today. How about you?
Did you really?
Yeah, really. Why?
Because I had such a great time, but I kept wondering that, I don't know, maybe you were bored out of your mind.
Not at all. I loved it.
I guess you probably have to do this a lot.
What? I'll play tour guide? Yeah, I've shown a couple of people around LA.
Well, it was very special for me. You, Thorne Forrester, are a good sport.
Well, it really wasn't a matter of being a good sport. I really enjoyed being with you, Karen.
You're pregnant?
That's right. Are you happy? Please tell me that you're happy.
Well, of course I am, Logan. I couldn't be happier.
Trish?
Yes, Mr. Forrester.
I'm looking for my wife. Have you seen her?
Yes, she's in Richard's office.
I see. Thank you.
Sure.
The Bold and the Beautiful. This portion sponsored by Mountain Grown Folgers Coffee, the best part of waking up.
This is incredible. You're gonna have a baby. Rich Forrester?
Son, is my wife in there?
She sure is, Dad. Does he know yet?
No, not yet.
Well, he wants to talk to you.
Hello?
Hi. How much longer are you going to work?
I'm not sure. I hadn't thought about it. Why?
I'd like to have dinner with you tonight, if that's possible.
Oh, Eric, I'm sorry. I don't think it is possible.
You going to be working late?
Well, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing tonight.
Brooke, I do want to talk to you.
What about?
Not with Ridge standing next to you.
Well, I need to talk to you too, but I don't think tonight's a good time.
Then when is the right time, Brooke?
Eric, look, I'm in the middle of something. Let's talk about this later, okay?
So when are you going to tell him?
I don't know. When do you think I should tell him?
Well, why wait?
Well, that's true.
You know he's going to be blown away.
I think that's why I'm waiting.
Well, I'm sure he's going to be thrilled.
Thrilled?
Yeah, well, why not? Why, has he said something to you?
Said something?
Yeah, about not wanting another child. Because I'm sure he does. Well, he'd probably have a dozen if you were up to it. What's the matter?
Wait a minute. Are you thinking that
Am I thinking what?
this is Eric's baby I'm carrying?
What do you mean? Who else would be the father?
Anyway, I hope Dad apologized for Brooke's lack of sensitivity.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he did. He's a very nice man.
Much nicer than Brooke deserves.
You two don't get along?
She's all right from a distance, now that I'm back in L.A.
Yeah, and like you mentioned before, she's in love with another man.
Well, thank God Ridge is married.
Your brother?
Yes, the other man. Look, I don't want to be laying this all on you. It's not something I want spread around.
Oh, no, no. Don't worry, I wouldn't tell anyone. Really, I have nothing but the utmost admiration for your father. I wouldn't gossip about it. Not with anyone.
I know. Thanks. Listen, I gotta get going. It was nice to see you again.
Yeah, you too, Kristen. Hey, come back by again sometime.
I will. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, well, well. Now, isn't that interesting?
Do you mean it? Did you really have fun with me today?
Yeah. A lot of fun.
You're thinking about Carolyn right now, aren't you?
I'm sorry. That must really get to you after a while.
No, it really doesn't.
Well, you said that before, but I'd still have to wonder.
Thorne, you have to understand something. I never got to know my sister. So it's a thrill for me just to be with someone who not only knew her so well, but was married to her.
Yeah, but I've told you so much about her already, and Ridge has.
Would you rather that I not ask about her?
No, but
Go ahead, you can say it.
actually, I'd like to get to know you better. I hardly know you, Karen. Tell me about yourself.
Ridge, Eric is not the father of this baby.
He's not.
No. There's only one person that can be this baby's father. Only one person, Ridge. And that's you. Ridge, I know this has got to throw you like nothing you've ever experienced before.
Brooke, we have to talk about this.
Well, yes, of course we do.
How do you know the baby's mine?
It's a simple matter of biology, Ridge.
Well, but surely you and Dad
No, no, we have not been sleeping together, not for many months.
You haven't?
I love you, and I've been trying to get that divorce.
Well, I know things were like that for a while, Logan, but you and Dad have gotten closer.
We're not that close.
You truly haven't?
No, I told you, we haven't been sleeping together. You're confused. I understand that. I would have told you sooner, but there just wasn't time. I found out the day of the wedding, and by the time I got to the church, you had already been married.
I thought you were on the pill.
Well, I was, but you know I've been having trouble with the pill. Ridge, please don't be upset. We talked about having a baby.
Well, that was months ago, Logan. Everything's changed since then.
No, nothing has changed. Not the way we feel about each other. You can say whatever you want, but I know that hasn't changed. Ridge, it's time to straighten out our lives. It's time to get ready for this baby.
It was fun last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fun.
Even if it doesn't mean a lot to you, it means a lot to Eric Jr. to have you staying over in the guest room.
Oh, Eric, please don't make it sound like I don't enjoy your company, because I do.
Well, then why don't you make it permanent?
You know why I can't make it permanent.
All I know is that you're intelligent, you're a scientist, you're a very good mother. You're bright, you're well-read, and you're up on current events. You're just the kind of a woman who wouldn't be caught dead wasting her time on a lost cause. And that's exactly what my married son is, a lost cause. And yet you won't let him go.
No, I won't let him go. Not yet.
Brooke, what the hell am I gonna do about you? Yes.
Do you have a few minutes?
Sheila. Yeah, what is it?
I just wanted to mention that I straightened things out with your wife today.
You did?
I spoke to her earlier.
On whose initiative?
Mine.
That was very brave of you.
Brave?
She was pretty upset with you after this baby incident.
Oh, that's why I needed to see her. I don't like unresolved relationships.
I can certainly relate to that.
You can.
Well, I'm very glad you spoke with her. She was pretty unreasonable, actually. I tried to tell her that afterwards.
Mr. Forrester,
Yes, Sheila, what is it?
may I make an observation?
Go on.
Well, you remember the afternoon you took me to lunch and we discussed the company fitness program?
Your idea, yes. What about it?
Well, one of the reasons for introducing a program like that has to do with stress management. You see, many people don't realize how debilitating stress can be. It's a killer.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Well, some professionals, and I'm one of them, believe that more Americans die every year due to stress than any other disease. And it causes heart attacks, strokes, any number of ailments.
Well, you're headed someplace with this, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I'll be candid. I'm concerned about you. And you're carrying around more stress than any man I've ever seen. And you need to do something about that.
You want to know about me?
What's so strange about that?
I don't know. I guess I just didn't expect it. Hey, let's eat.
Well, wait a minute. That's a little odd, isn't it?
Why?
Well, that I barely know you, and yet you're surprised that I would ask you about yourself?
Well, what do you think that says about me?
Well, I think that says that you think of yourself more as Caroline's sister than as Karen Spencer. You have your own identity. And that's what I'd really like you to tell me about.
Well, I guess it's just kind of hard for me to talk about myself.
Why?
Well, I'm aware that when people look at me, they see Caroline. And compared to her, I lived a very dull life.
Let me tell you something. Your sister was a phenomenal woman, and no one is going to deny that. But she would be the last one who would want you to feel lost in her shadow.
I don't feel lost.
Well, good. So tell me about yourself.
Well, I spent most of my life in Texas. The last few years in a town called Starlight, where I developed little else but an accent, which I can turn on and off at will.
Oh, yeah? Let me hear it.
Well, like, for instance, if you're looking for the best chili and cornbread in the state, then I can tell you straight away that you gotta head over to the Starlight Cafe and chow down.
Well, get a load of you.
I can also turn it off and sound just like the woman that you're thinking about right now. Your former wife, Caroline Spencer Forrester.
All right, you caught me.
How many times did you and Caroline sit in this restaurant?
Many.
And were they anything like this?
Yeah, there were happy times. Like this.
Well, you're right about that, Sheila. I do have a lot of stress in my life. It's no secret, especially around here. My wife and I have been having trouble for a long time now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so am I.
You know, I do hope that you can work things out. You deserve to be happy.
So do we all.
No, I mean that. I look around this company and I see so much satisfaction, so much joy in the faces of everyone that works here. Well, you have built a phenomenal institution, Mr. Forrester. People are encouraged to do their best, to be their best. You're very responsible for that.
Thank you. That's very kind of you to say.
Well, I can't imagine anyone not noticing it, especially your wife.
My wife and I have separate agendas these days.
Well, have you looked into counseling?
No, I'm sure Brooke's not interested in counseling. She's not really even interested in our marriage. The fact is, to be quite honest, we haven't even had a marriage in quite some time.
You know, I'm really sorry you have to be going through all this. I wish there were something I could do to help.
Thank you. But I'm not quite certain what that would be. So you think I should take up jogging, do you, to relieve some of the stress?
Yes, jogging is one way, Mr. Forrester. But I know another way that's equally effective.
I have to think about this, Logan.
What's there to think about?
What you're telling me. What you're doing to me.
Ridge, I didn't do this on my own.
No, I know that. I'm sorry. It's just...
Look, I know this is a heavy predicament, and it's very complicated, but let's try and look beyond that, okay? There's a lot more here than just difficult decisions and complications. There's a baby growing inside me. It's a part of you, and it's a part of me. And this beautiful baby is going to have the most loving parents in the world. That's the positive side of it. That's the wonder and the awe and the miracle of it. You and I have been in love for such a long time. And this love is finally going to be personified in a child. Just think about it, Ridge. Think about the magnificence of it.
Logan. Logan, I can't think about it right now. I can't begin to process what you're telling me. We'll talk about it later. I promise. Right now, I just have to get out of here.